The very first mention of music or a musician in the entire Bible is found in Genesis chapter 4, verse 21. It didn't take Moses long in the writing of the book of Genesis to mention this guy. His name is Jubal, Jubal. And what's so interesting about this guy, which I'll read the verse here in a second, is what his name actually means. All right, so let's read the verse. Genesis chapter 4, verse 21. His brother's name was Jubal. And Jubal was, here it is, the father of all who played stringed instruments and pipes. So shout out to all my horn and string players out there. You know who you are. But what's interesting about Jubal is what his name actually means. There's several definitions you can use in the actual Hebrew word, but one of them is to flow. So the father of, you could say, music, the first mention of music or a musician in the entire Bible means to flow. Now, this is not to say that you can't have a scheduled co-writing session, twice a week, and you're going to just meticulously write songs. It's going to be this, amazing disciplined thing, no matter if you feel the flow or not. But it's so interesting to me that the flow is mentioned in this guy's name. And there's several ways you can interpret even the word flow. Is it just a continuous melody of different notes put together or rhythms put together? But one of the definitions, if you look at the Hebrew word there, is, I believe, to flow in the Spirit, to have a melodious and lyric, melodious. Wow, I'm not sure what that really means. Flow of melodies. And so it's so interesting as songwriters, as musicians, as singers, something that we always want to have with us is the flow. We want to know how to flow. I think of David flowing before Saul, and the flow that David had. And of course, obviously it took a lot of talent as well, I'm assuming, for David. He wasn't just brought before the king because, he wasn't talented. So he had talent, but he'd also learned to flow on the back hills of Bethlehem tending sheep, that he comes before Saul, and his flow in music, brings relief to Saul and the state that he's in. So as songwriters, as musicians, as singers, let's keep this guy in our brains, Genesis chapter 4, verse 21, and go the way of Jubal and remain in the flow of songwriting. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome into my studio. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope it was encouraging to you. If you are a songwriter, or you want to begin to develop as a songwriter, or you want to begin to get into co-writing, I want to take a quick second and tell you about an online community that I run called Journey. Journey is made up of worship leaders from around the world, and they've all committed to meet together once a month for 3 hours of co-writing. So you join Journey, and I place you into a virtual co-writing group. You also get a co-writing training, so you're going to be equipped to step into these sessions and actually bring something to the table. So there's no worries. If you've never co-written before, we got you covered. Another thing you're going to get as a part of Journey is to be able to send me 3 to 4 songs a year that I'll personally assess and critique and offer feedback of how to make the song better. And then we've also added in a leadership development track. So not only are you going to grow as a songwriter and a co-writer, we're also committed as a group to meet together twice a month, all of us together on Zoom, where we're going to talk about different leadership principles of how to grow both on stage, off stage, as songwriters, how to overcome insecurity, how to become a better pastor to our worship teams, and all sorts of other topics that we cover. So if this is of interest to you, I encourage you to click the link below. Would love to have a conversation with you to see if Journey is a good fit for you.